Welcome to today's Conversational Interface Academy session. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for the folks who are joining from different time zones. Before starting the session, I want to touch base onto our additional resources. We have our community forums available for virtual agent and NLU, and a separate forum available for agent chat, AWA, and sidebar. Please do take a look. There's a lot of customers posting their questions. There might be some common questions, common issues that you might be facing. And I also thank you, the people who have contributed to our community, answering some of the customer questions and giving us the feedbacks for any articles or any blogs that's been posted in our community. Thank you so much again. All our Academy sessions are recorded and posted into our YouTube channel. Please do subscribe our Conversational Interfaces Academy. If you have missed any session, you can always go back to the playlist and watch those sessions. So after today's session, I'll also be posting the recording into the YouTube. If there is any additional resources, like any links to any community articles or our product documentation, you will see that under the description in our YouTube channel. Right, so today's topic is how managers help their agents and monitor work. So myself, Samyukta Reddy, I'm in outbound product management. I manage agent chat, sidebar, connect products. Viraksha, he has joined today to talk about workforce optimization, which is an advanced feature for managers where they can go look their agents' performance and help them, guide them, train them, and coach them. He will be providing all those details, and he's part of our product management team for customer and industry workflows. Here is today's agenda. Today's agenda covers two topics. So I'm going to cover how an agent gets help from the manager, which is our Agent Whisper feature. So manager helping agents privately or publicly, both or belongs to Agent Whisper. So when you search our ServiceNow documentations, you can search with the keyword Agent Whisper to find the information for the manager helping privately and publicly. After the use cases, I'll be showing an exercise, how an agent gets the help. So once it is done, I'll be handing over to Virag, who will be talking about the workforce optimization and the manager workspace capabilities. And he'll also show a quick demo covering two important features like channels and teams, which is very useful for the managers to understand their team's performance. And then if you have any questions during our talk and demo, feel free to post it in our Q&A. I have my teams who will try to answer your questions. But at the very end of the session, we'll be leaving like 5 minutes for the Q&A. I'll be going through all the questions that you have posted in the Q&A and try to respond. With that said, let's get into the topic. Let's say like how an agent gets some help from the private chat. Let's say there is a requester who has some issue with his software license and he needs some help to get it reset. Now he started his chat, and then our advanced work assignment looked for the available live agent, Beth, and the chat is being assigned to her. Now, Beth is looking into the chat that she received from Abel. Let's say for our use case, Beth is new or she is in the general live chat agent who wants to check with her manager before she responds to Abel, or maybe she doesn't have the right information. So with that, she can look for the quick action /help and start a private chat with the manager asking him for the help. So then manager says, okay, this is a known issue. Ask the customer to raise a ticket. Let the ticket go to the support team and the support team help him fixing the issue on his side. So with the private chat, it helps the agents to perform well and also get the help from the manager. And there's a seamless experience for the requester while agent is chatting with the manager. So the chat that's happening between live agent and the manager is not visible to the requester in his chat window. And also using the chat, private chat capability, let's say the agent wants to write some summary in her chat window. She can also post the summary of the chat or any notes in her chat window. This information is not visible to the requester. But let's say for manager, if he wants to look into those informations, he can always go back and look at the private and help and guide the agents. And even the agent, if they wants to come back and revisit what they have written the summary, they can also look into those private chat notes and understand the summary details. Now with that, let's get into the next scenario, like how an agent initiate a public chat with a manager. Let's say the same requester, and this time his issue is not resolved, and he likes to connect with the supervisor and want to escalate and get in help as soon as possible. The same way our intelligent routing advanced work assignment has assigned the chat to the available live agent. Let's say again here, Beth is our available live agent. Now she's trying to connect the manager and bring him into the chat conversation with the requester. Here, she'll use the quick action /help and start a public chat with the manager. Now the manager looks into the conversations and understands Beth is trying to add him to interact with the requester Abel. Now he directly chat with Abel saying that, hey, I'm the supervisor. I understand your frustration. Let me try to help you with alternate options. So in this case, requester will see both Beth's and manager's chat in his chat window. So this makes the requester feel good that there is a supervisor who joined into the chat and providing an additional help. So the outcomes for this is it resolves the frustrated customers' issues faster, involving and managing manager into the chat. It improves the agent's efficiency. Let's say if it is a new agent and trying to get an help, the manager can also help and coach them. So end user will have the visibility how the agent and the manager are chatting within the chat to resolve his issue. Now, on the manager side, let's say if the manager is in his own workspace. Now, for the example, I have used CSM configurable workspaces. There are two options available for the manager. So one is he can stay in his workspace, agent workspace, and have the help requested option available in his menu. Whenever any agent requests for the help, those interactions will come into the help requested list, and a manager can click on it and decide to join into those calls. Let's say if the manager is not part of the agent workspace and he lives in his own manager workspace, that's where the workforce optimization come into the picture, which Virag will be covering after my demo. Now for this demo, I'm keeping the manager in his agent workspace. So if you want any of your user to become a manager for the agent group, you have to do two steps. So one is configure your agent chat groups and define who is the manager for those groups. And the second thing is, if you want your user to see the help requested list in his agent workspace, a role is required, which is AWA_manager. Without this role, manager cannot see the help requested list in his agent workspace. Now, with that said, let's jump into the exercise. For the sake of our demo, so I'm going to use 3 users. Abel is my requester or an end user who has an issue and trying to connect with the live agent. Beth Angelin is the live agent and Fred is the manager. So I'll open Abel instance. And then I'm also opening Beth Angelin's. This is her instance. Now here, what I'm going to do is in Beth Angelin, I'm trying to put her into a suitable workspace and make her available online. So the interactions will get into her agent inbox. Now on the other side, I'm adding Fred who is the manager, for our demo, I have decided to keep him in his workspace itself. So as I said, if you want the manager to be in his manager workspace, that's a different workspace. So please be aware which workspace you're choosing. If you have any questions, always ask your account executives to get the clear details. As I have already assigned the role to Fred, I see help requested here. So let's start the chat one. So on Abel's side, he'll click on chat icon and he can directly look for the live agent support. And if you see here on Beth's side, she receives the request. The Abel says, now here, what Beth does is she needs some help from her manager. So she will click on quick action /help and ask, I need your help. So if you observe here, the chat, I clicked on private chat. The minute you click on private chat, the chat icon background color will change to yellow. This helps you to know that this particular chat is going in private. Now on Fred's side, who is her manager, let's look how the information will get appear here. So you can always look here. There's a chat that has been opened for Beth is 4.3. Now, if you look in Fred's instance, there is a chat 4.3 is entered into his help requested. So he clicks on it. And now if you observe here, he's able to see what interaction is being happened between Beth and Abel. And now he can decide to join publicly or privately. Since Beth is been asking in a private message and he feels there is nothing for him to require to directly interact with the end user, he can choose to reply her back as a private message. Okay, so this is one use case. Now I'll go back to the second use case and I'm going to close all these chats just for the clarity. And also, if you observe, the minute I closed the chat window and went back into Fred's help requested, the Fred has left the private conversation. So as long as he's active on the chat window, he'll be active in the chat. The minute he comes out of his chat window, immediately he'll be pulled out of that chat. Now, let's say on this one, I'm going to start a new conversation. This time, Abel wants to escalate the issue, and he's looking for the live agent again. And Beth Angeline receives it. She accepts. Now, if you look at here, now what Beth can do is she doesn't need to start a private chat. So she decides to go public chat and then clicks on quick action help. Now, if you look on Abel's requester side, he is not seeing any of the chat the Beth has posted, sent in her chat window, because the Fred has not yet decided to join into this one. Let's say in his, give me 1 minute. Okay, so now if you look in Fred's side, he's able to see the chat interaction here. He clicks on it. And then when he clicks on join the conversation, if you see here, immediately there is a notification being displayed in Beth's chat. Fred Luddy has joined, and the same message has been shown in the requester side as well. Now requester knows that Fred has joined the chat and he's going to help him. And now on the requester side, if you see, Fred is able to see the Beth and Abel is able to see Beth Angelin's and Fred's messages in his chat window. So this is how the private and public messages works. Now, I want to show one more thing. If we go onto the Beth side, let's say the Beth decides that, hey, I need a note here, like she can have some note. Now, requester side, he don't look that private message. But Fred can see that private message. So the advantage of this one is, let's say after this conversation, the manager is going to look at all the transcripts for the agents. He can quickly look into all these colored ones and understand what communication privately happened and how he helped and how Beth is getting trained. Now, with that said, I also want to talk about downloadable transcripts. If you're activated the downloadable transcripts, for private and public chat, there will be 2 transcripts will get downloaded. One for the requester, which doesn't show any of the private messages in it. And the other one for the agents, which will show the entire chat, whether it can be a public one, private one, and whomever she's inviting with her private chat. Let's say if the Fred is a manager or if there is multiple managers, the multiple managers are chatting, all that information will get stored into the transcript. Now with that, I want to show what do you need on the admin side. So just give me 1 minute. I have to re-log in my instance. Now here, go to your users. And make sure your user has AWA_manager assigned to him. If not, click on edit and you can look for the role. And can have them attached. But in this case, I have already added AW_manager, so that's why it's not coming under the collection tab. But if you have not done, it will show here and then just add it into the role list. Now, I quickly want to show another one on the Fred side, how workforce optimization workspace looks like on him. Let's say in this case, I'm not using any of the configurable workspaces here. So directly we can go to manager workspace. Now to get the manager workspace, this is where we need the workforce optimization. So now I'm going to stop my my topic. I'm going to hand over to Virag. Okay.
Yeah, so like Samyukta already introduced myself. I'm a product manager in customer and industry workflows, and I've been the product manager for workforce optimization for customer service. But this is a plugin which is available with ITSM and ITSM and CSM as of Tokyo, and in Utah it is getting added to HRSD and field service management as well. It is part of the enterprise tier, and the capabilities that we have here are basically like everything to do with channel management, team performance, scheduling, forecasting, and coaching. And today I'm going to focus on the agenda of today's topic, which is how this product can help uh, managers effectively manage their teams and monitor charts and help them make progress on the work that they are doing. And accordingly, I'll kind of quickly show you a demo and get you introduced to this product with reference to channel management and team performance. We will not talk about other capabilities that this particular product has. So can you move forward? So it has channel management, scheduling, forecasting, schedule adherence, team performance, coaching, and so on, and it needs enterprise license. Can you go to the next slide as well? And it is okay. So I'll just kind of quickly share my screen and take it from here. So what I'm going to show quickly is the manager workspace. This is where most of the experiences get delivered. All of these are different tabs. And now navigating to the manager workspace, you see like a landing page, but then we focus on channel management capabilities. So the capabilities here are, this is a persona, Amy Jones. She is currently managing these three teams, and all the work that these three teams are doing right now are omni-channel. So these three teams are doing work on phone, chat, and email cases. So you can get a unified view of all the queued work, all the queues, all agents that Amy cares about or Amy is monitoring. And there is a navigation model to it as well. So as in, if she wants to kind of filter it and say like, let me just focus on service support team for now, she can do that. And the queues and agents of service support will get filtered. All the work which is happening here is also getting filtered. On this cards, it's a quick snapshot of what are the most important KPIs that are tracked on every channel, like active chats, average handle time, agents available right now, resolved chats today, abandoned chats, and so on. And these are various queues across all channels. She can choose to navigate into a channel specific view. Here, additionally, she can also see all the active interactions which are happening between her team members and customers. So she can see that there are 10 active chats, and these are the active chats that she can see here. And let's say she wants to see this active chat, which is happening between agent Wilma Kina and open for Joe's Wyndham from the portal. She can immediately go from manager workspace and start monitoring this chat conversation. And she can like whisper, help, or just silently observe this chat. So this is something that we already saw today. So I'll just go back to the chat monitoring part. And here, what you will see is that there is some queued work which is pending and which has not got assigned to any of the agents right now. So I think it's timed out. So let me generate one more chat. So let's say this is a portal chat. From here, there's a customer who comes and wants to start a chat, and this is getting routed. And this should essentially get routed through advanced work assignment, but it is not getting routed uh, uh, because of agents not getting available and so on. So then it will appear in the queued work as an interaction. So let's see. Okay, so this filter is stopping it. So let me clear the filter and see the queued work across all teams. So I see this queued work, which is a queued chat, which is not getting assigned to agents because the agents might be busy. So from here, she could click on manual allocation. So here she can see a view of all the agents who are available currently and who have capacity. And if there are skill requirements, then you can see how many skills are matching. If they are in shifts, then you can see like how many hours are remaining in the shift right now, and which assignment groups they belong to. So from here, uh, like manager can assign this to an agent, and then this gets allocated to an agent, and the agent can start interacting on the chat. So there is a manual allocation experience from manager workspace that can be leveraged. And this again is pending accept. So Newton Stewart has to accept this chat before he or she can start working on it. So on the agent workspace side, let's say this is Gina. She's currently busy, and that's why she was not showing up. So she can make herself as available, and let's try to see if we can connect this particular chat with Gina from Manager Workspace. So in Manager Workspace, essentially, like this, all the queued work, manager has the control of who gets this. So let's say Newton is not accepting it. So now this can be allocated to Gina as well. So now manager is pushing it to Gina. Gina on the agent workspace side gets this notification saying that this chat has been allocated to you by Amy Jones. So even if she is like above capacity, she gets this notification and a nudge that this has been manually pushed to you. She can accept it and start working on it. So this is the manual allocation capability that you have on Manager Workspace. There's one more capability that I wanted to quickly show you was like you get to see the status of all the queues in terms of how many work items are waiting, what is the average waiting time, average utilization, service level. All this is configurable at the queue level, and you can see this in this view. All these KPIs are drill down enabled as well. And then you can also see the agents mapped to this chat channel and their actually live present states. So Vilma, Gina, and all these agents are available. And you could, manager could also kind of go ahead and change the present state by selecting multiple agents or one agent at a time. And let's say Vilma is set to available, but a manager is seeing that she is not on her desk. So then she can select Vilma and see that she's available, but then she could put her to busy. This is a very common scenario when you have agents who are not responding. So these are some of the capabilities that you can get from channel management in workforce optimization. And I want to quickly kind of go to another set of capabilities which we call as team performance management. So under team performance management, you can set KPIs of different teams on different types of work that they are doing. So for these teams, the KPIs are case based. For operations teams, the KPIs are sales chat based, like chats handled, abandoned chats, scheduled adherence, and so on. And this is at the team level, and it is basically like you can select a date to see the team performance between 1st January to 31st of January, and these numbers will show you the exact performance of this overall team. And you can also drill down and see like how each and individual agent in this team contributed to these KPIs in this time window of January. And you can see that you can see who are performing not good versus who are the star performers and so on various parameters that are completely configurable. And you can even drill down to agent 360 agent performance view for this particular period which you have selected, which can actually be changed. And here you see the KPIs of like current work, like how much work she is holding right now, like how many active chats she is managing, how many active cases. From here, you can go and monitor it for a specific agent as well. And you can see the historical KPI from this date to this date, 21st January to 20th of February, for Gina, how she performed. So you could have like more informed conversation about her performance. You could also influence the capacity and capacity utilization on various chats, which is completely built on top of advanced work assignment. And you could also see a split of presence history for today in terms of like she was available for 22 minutes and 16 minutes she was busy, upcoming time offs, overdue training, and skills. So in a nutshell, there is a lot of capability in workforce optimization. I've just touched upon a few which are relevant to the topic today. And with this, I'll just kind of hand it over back to Sam, and we'll be happy to answer questions on chat and Q&A.
Virag, do you want to touch base what our customers need to get the workforce optimization with respect to CSM, ITSM?
Yeah. So like I said in the beginning, like these applications are available in the store app. and the entitlement of this, so you could try this application on your instance, but you are entitled to use it only if you get to the enterprise license, and it is bundled with like industry vertical solutions also that we sell. And till Tokyo, it is available with CSM and ITSM products, but with Utah, it is available with HR and field service as well. So the best way to kind of get your hands onto these cool capabilities for managers, especially built for the managers, for process owners and business leaders, I would recommend that you talk to your account executive or account team that you are engaged with to get more details about this.
Thank you, Virag. So with that, we'll have like 5 minutes for our Q&A. I do see people have posted in the chats and our team has responded. If any unanswered questions, please do post in Q&A. It's easy for me to go through and respond. So there's a question from anonymous attendee. Is it possible to place a timer on each multi-chat? I think, Virag, this is the question for workforce optimization. Do you want to take this question?
Yeah, I did not completely get it. Like each chat is timed, and we do kind of stamp the duration of the chat once the chat interaction is closed. But I think the question is more like, can we see the timer for the agent to see like how the chat is? So yes, that should be possible. If the timer field is not available, it will require some bit of configuration.
There's another question from Ryan. Want to confirm from the demo and documentation what role is required to view current agent present states? What role is required to change an agent state? So Ryan, there are two things. So if you are focusing on agent workspace, so you do have AWA, Advanced Work Assignment, where you can define your agent's present status. And if you want to add anything more than available offline or anything, you can always have those configured in Advanced Work Assignment. Now, for the second one, if you're asking this question towards the workforce optimization, where Virag has showed, like in the teams, how the agent presence is being changed by the manager and reset to, changed to another presence. So Virag, do you want to answer that just to?
Yeah, so the capability to change the agent present state should be tied to a specific manager role as well. I think it's AWA manager, but I'll have to double check on that. I don't want to hazard a guess right now. But yes, that capability to change the agent presence is currently bundled with the channel management module in workforce optimization. That's what the documentation will say. But is there a specific role which will allow you to do it from the list view? I'm not 100% sure on that.
Thank you. The last question. So the agent can better manage the queue. We need some more details on this one. Are you mentioning this towards the workforce optimization, or is it towards the agent workspace where we define our queues in Advanced Work Assignment? So I'll jump into the next question. Can a chat be presented to multiple agents at once and then drop off or disappear from the view of others once accepted by any given agent? So within our agent workspace, we don't have this capability assigning the same chat to multiple agents. So with that said, thanks for joining today's session. If you have any more questions, you can always go to our communities and ask any of the questions. And we do have our FAQs and some of the useful articles and documentations. So please do take a look at it, and you can always reply or comment to those asking any of your questions. Thank you.